Hi, my name is Claire, and what you're about to watch is how you can get the Profiles advantage. Let me set the scene for you. Two businessmen who haven't seen each other in a while have just finished playing an enjoyable tennis match. Although both men have recently been struggling with people problems in their companies, things seem to have improved, at least for one of them. Let's listen in.
You see, a good friend of mine knew our firm was having performance and morale issues. Any chance you know Paul Porter, the head guy over at Terra Firma?
Yeah, Paul and I go hunting together. In fact, he's a lousy shot, and you can tell him I said so.
So I've heard. Well, Paul told me to call this outfit called Profiles International. He said they were big in the assessment field and they could help me sort things out. You ever heard of them?
No, I don't think so.
Well, maybe you should have. Anyway, Paul said they understand business and they could be a huge help in solving people problems. He also said they wouldn't cost me an arm and a leg. Most importantly, he checked them out. Now, you know Paul, he's the most conservative guy I know. He said Profiles had won awards for business ethics and they were fanatics about the precision of their testing. Now, Paul's an old quality control guy. I know he wouldn't say it unless he was sure. Then he said Profiles prevents the really big profit-eating people problems. Now, that got my attention. People problems have been driving me up the wall, and it didn't seem to be getting any better. I was sick and tired of fixing problems that just seemed to keep coming back over and over again.
I know the feeling.
Well, I figured what have I got to lose? So I took Paul's advice and I called Profiles. And the Profiles people fixed me up with an advisor.
Oh, God. Let me guess. Another consultant?
Yeah, I know how it sounds, but this was different. Instead of providing canned solutions, the Profiles people focused on learning about the unique aspects of my business. They said they could show us how to measure what made our successful people so great so that we could duplicate their success. I said I'd rather learn what made our unsuccessful ones such a disaster. They said, fine, how about we do both? So I decided to give them a shot, fully expecting them to fall flat on their faces. I was even patting myself on the back because Profiles' startup costs were minimal. And in reality, I wasn't taking any risk at all. Well, we got the system in place in less than 24 hours. And I thought it would take weeks. These folks were ready to start solving problems. Now, I knew I'd have to give the system some time to kick in, but instead of 6 or 12 months, we began to see a change for the better in less than 60 days. My manager began to see an improvement in the way people were performing. HR saw a drop in our turnover rate, and sales began to report a significant increase in productivity, especially among our new hires. And after the way last year went for us, that extra boost in sales was a godsend.
Just because of the assessments?
Mainly. We didn't want to admit it, but it was true. They proved the system works using our data. And here's the thing. Now that I've taken an interest, I've learned why the system works, and I think we've just scratched the surface of what this system can do for us. I'm really starting to get excited about this stuff.
Well, George, both of us have tried testing over the years, and neither one of us saw much improvement. Now, tell me, why is this system going to be any different?
For one thing, Profiles measures 3 times as many performance factors as what you and I are accustomed to. I mean, Profiles gives us a handle on personality, sure, but they also measure thinking style and motivation. We left all that stuff out before. Now, think about it. Now, how many times have you and I agonized over someone who just didn't get it or seemed to lack motivation? Probably hundreds of times. Their system also includes what they call job match instead of just old-fashioned personality testing.